Hey, what's up, Baltimore? Welcome to the Voices of the People podcast, presented to you by Greater Baltimore Urban League. This podcast is your dynamic platform for authentic conversations, diverse perspectives, and uplifting narratives from the heart of our community. Get ready to tune in and be inspired as we amplify the voices of change makers, innovators, and everyday heroes, shaping the fabric of Baltimore and beyond. From insightful interviews to empowering stories of resilience and progress, Voices of the People is your go-to destination for positivity, empowerment, and connection. Welcome to Voices of the People podcast, you guys. It's your favorite host, Shia, not Yul, but Rice now, because I was married. And we are here today interviewing the co-owner of the Cube. So we're going to let this queen introduce her in all her powerful self.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Dr. Tammira Lucas. I am the CEO and co-founder of the Cube Cowork, and we are the largest Black women-owned co-working space in the United States, and we provide on-site babysitting services inside of our space. We designed this space, honestly, for the parent entrepreneur, specifically the mom entrepreneur. Both myself and my co-founder, who is my sister, are moms. And while we were in different stages of motherhood as an entrepreneur and as a career professional, we understood the struggles that mothers have when it comes to childcare, as well as following their dreams to entrepreneurship or successful careers. And so we wanted a space where it will cultivate not just the next leader, but, the next business leader, the next woman business leader. So we're mom-owned, Black-owned, and women-owned.
Period. On all three of those owns. Okay. So tell us, you just told us about what inspired you to open this business. I want you to talk to the people about your journey.
My journey, I just want to say that adversity is not the center of my journey, right? That's not my story. While I've dealt with a lot of adversity in life, I just want people to understand, it's not about the journey. It's really how you kind of overcome those things and not allow that to be your story.
Exactly.
But I did grow up in West Baltimore, the real West Baltimore, from Park Heights to Gilmore Projects.
Yeah. She real West Baltimore.
We're real. And so And growing up for me, I was one of five, second to the oldest, and my mother raised us living below the poverty level. I probably wasn't your traditional child growing up, because I used to do stuff like read the encyclopedia, and I didn't go outside and play. I went outside, but not like everybody else, right? I was actually known in my community the girl that sits on the front steps all the time, because that's probably how far I was going to actually go. But what I was doing is I was really watching my environment and understanding that I wanted more than what society was telling me that I wanted. And so every night I would just have these big dreams of what it is that I wanted to do. I had no clue how I was going to get there. I had a full scholarship to Village Uli, which is now Stevenson University, and I failed out of college. And most people don't know that, but I like to tell that story because, again, it's not where you start, right? It's how you finish.
That's right.
And that journey led me to Coppin State University, where I studied business. And that's where I found my love for business, and I really kind of understood what business ownership was, because growing up for me, entrepreneurship wasn't a term that we used. It wasn't something that was glorified or talked about. It was you were
get a good job,
a hustler, or go to school, get a good government job. And I did that, and I hated every part of it. And I was watching people die literally at their desk, and I was like,
literally, because once you got a government job, they never ever leave.
They were literally dying at their desk, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And I've worked at a lot of places. My family laugh at the places that I worked, including Jiffy Lube. I've worked at Jiffy Lube before. And so I just wanted more, and I wanted to build generational wealth. And so I started, when my daughter was born, who was now about to be 14 years old, I started a custom headband line, or both headband kids accessories, and it was called Ryan's Closet. It was inspired by her. It wasn't something that I was passionate about. It was something that me and my grandmother was just doing, and people were purchasing it. And I was actually more interested in the moms that would say, hey, how did you start a business? And I'm like, oh, you don't know how to do this? I just thought it was something natural that everybody knew. And so 10 years ago, I launched an organization with a friend, Jasmine Sims, called Moms as Entrepreneurs. And we provide entrepreneurship training and resources to moms in underserved communities. And we started right in the church basement on Francis Street at Gethsemane Baptist Church. We've now graduated over like 300 moms in our program here in Baltimore, and we've expanded to a national organization. And through that came this idea. My sister she does not have any background in business, but I couldn't talk about generational wealth and without trying to build it within myself. Within my family. And once my brother passed away, it was just one of those things where I was just like, I'm gonna just bet it all on black, right? Like, what more do I have to lose? I lost probably the biggest thing that I felt like I could lose in life. And so that's what we did. I asked her, did she believe in me? She said yes. We started in a 1,200 square foot building in Stoneleigh community. And over the pandemic, we grew into this 15,000 square foot building. And now we're growing into more, expanding into more. We'll still have the space, and we're expanding to 22,000 square feet. And so I'm excited.
I am so proud of you. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Because, the people will hear me say this all the time. I believe in having people on this show that are attainable goals to the youth. We have a heavy focus in entrepreneurship too, and we are actually branching off into youth entrepreneurship. And sometimes the people that we bring in front of the youth, I like those people to be people that the youth can say, oh my God, if she can do it, I can do it. I too sit on my porch, and people probably thought that I was kind of the weird person because I was reading books and encyclopedias, but look at what she turned around and came out to do. And so that's why having people like you on the show is so important.
Thank you.
Yes.
You guys just heard all the amazing things that Dr. Lucas has going on. Now, let's hear what Layla has to say, a member of our SLP program and an entrepreneur herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Layla Marney, and I'm the owner of Nails by Marney, and I'm also a member of the SLP. The SLP has helped me and motivated me to go to college. Ultimately, my plan is to go to the military after high school, but you always gotta have a backup plan. So I have been applying to colleges, and they helped me with funding for scholarships. I'm in cosmetology at Mervo, and that also helps me learn more about how to promote my business. And by being in the SLP, meeting new people and them seeing my nails, they're like, oh, I want to get them done, and just building a better community. Collaboration. I think more people should work together to help build up their businesses and then promote themselves as well. Y'all could find my Instagram at nailsby.marney, so that's MARNI. And I also have another account that's just for me, that's LA.MARNI. I've been in SLP for like a year and a half, and I loved it. It helps me make new friends and stuff like that. The college stores are nice, and just being active in your community is really good. So I highly suggest joining the SLP.
As you can see, the Saturday Leadership Program is here to support our community and our youth. So don't hesitate. Come on over to the Saturday Leadership Program. Now, let's see what else Dr. Lucas has going on.
Yes.
My other part of my life is I'm a business professor at Coppin State University in the College of Business. Yes, and I lead the marketing department. And so, to your point, we've had a youth entrepreneurship camp since we started the company every summer, and just to see like those young kids, they create their products. They make their products, and then they sell them in a pop-up shop at Port Discovery every summer. And they do all the work, but to just allow them to be young leaders, thinkers, and innovators, something that I didn't have access to. And so I'm always willing to help pull that. The reason why I'm a business, I got gray hair, and my students know they give me gray hair a lot. But they appreciate me because I stretch them so much to be the next leaders and voices in business.
Because that's what they are.
Correct.
Let's talk about how many people on average do you think that you market to, as far as like the moms? So let me just go back and say this. So when Keisha first talked to me about this business, we had this conversation. So my daughter played for Poly and her daughter played for Western. And so we were sitting there going back and forth at a basketball game. And she told me about the co-working space. And I then just could not imagine like co-working with childcare. Like, I was like, I didn't know how many people would buy into it. Well, clearly, right? Because these queens are super extra successful. You removed a barrier that women-owned businesses needed to excel.
Yep.
And so that's what your business and our business is, and our business is all about, is removing the barriers that are set in place that prohibit businesses like yours and other small businesses from being successful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So first of all, we all know the statistics around women-owned business. We have the biggest, we grow in number, the amount of businesses every year more than males, right? But we don't grow in receipts. And for some reason, I just don't understand until recently that people paid attention to that more than half of women-owned businesses are moms. They are moms, right? And so a lot of, for years, because we're always taking a back seat or overlooked around what is it that women actually need in order to be successful. Well, those receipts is definitely a direct correlation to women having to balance their families at home. And it doesn't matter if you have a 14-year-old, a 20-year-old, or a 4-month-year-old. You are a mom, and you always have the world on your shoulder. And so we knew that just based off of our experiences. So we know, that's a direct correlation of women having to balance their families and how they're actually growing their businesses. And again, no one has tried to figure out what are the solutions. Well, childcare costs the same amount as buying a brand new car every single year. And because we don't have childcare, we have babysitting services. And so that babysitting services allows us to reduce the amount that mothers are paying in childcare and giving them a space where they can remove all of their distractions and focus on building their businesses or growing their careers. And if we paid more attention to what mothers actually need, I promise you that we would probably grow our receipts way more than our male counterparts. In addition to us being able to successfully grow more businesses and impacting the economy, right? That's at the end of the day. But we really got to understand our target audience because we actually surveyed over 100 moms around the country, and we had a few out of the country around what they needed. And most of them, again, childcare was a big issue, as well as time. And this
nowhere near enough time.
Right. I can't give you more time on the calendar, but on the clock, but I can definitely figure out how to help you be more productive.
Yes. So I walked into this space. This is my third time walking in here. First time walked in here, we booked downstairs for a meeting with the Greater Baltimore Urban League. We had a team meeting down there. It was an amazing space. I
Thank
loved
you.
it. And when I walked by the outside, I said, oh my God, this is a cute little cubby hole. I can't wait to see it. The second time was I saw Keisha, and this is the third time. And each time it has been beautiful.
Thank you.
But I've never had anyone give me a tour.
You want a tour?
I want a tour.
Okay, you'll get the tour. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go take the tour.
Purchase your tracks today.
Come on. So this is our playroom, and we're purchasing the building. So once we are done the purchase, we're actually going to renovate this top floor a little bit more.
Okay.
But this is where the little ones come. My grandmother babysits, keeps her busy and young.
I love it. Keep it in the family.
Again, we have offices and meeting rooms up here. We definitely have the HBCU pride. My sister and I are both Coppin State alumni, and we promote everything Black in here. So
All things Black. I love it.
one of my favorite places is definitely our event space. You can hold 100 people sitting in round tables, and 125 without tables and chairs.
Wow.
So we host a lot of events back here.
I know. My street is always, I live right there. It's always busy.
Or
Always busy.
we can't help it.
can't
But
help
our new space, we
I
have
love
a
it.
parking lot. So.
I was going to ask you if you guys are going to have parking. This is dope.
Yes, so
This is
this is one of our favorite places. We activate this a lot and turn it into
Whatever
some
the
beautiful
customer wants.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you guys have an in-house designer?
So when they
decorator?
they just rent it and then they do whatever they
Okay.
need. But when we're holding events, yes, because I have OCD, but two, I do have some designers that I work with.
Okay.
So we'll show you the basement.
Wow.
So we're excited about that, our social club. So we have,
So we rented this room.
the large meeting
rented
room.
that
So most of our offices are down here. We had two meeting rooms. One room we're turning into a temporary podcast studio.
Oh, cool. Here?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Podcasting is becoming big.
it is,
Yeah.
because nobody believed that the gas electric costs.
I don't know why they don't.
So this is our large meeting room. My daughter is actually, so we all of these offices except
Are
for
full?
one are full.
Okay.
I think we only have one office available.
Is this your office?
No, this is our small, so this is will be our
small
new
office.
podcast studio.
Okay.
And so we are just playing around with furniture placement and how we're going to do some things.
Okay.
But temporarily, before it was our small meeting
conference
room.
room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do have a courtyard, which I love, and we're going to prepare it for this season.
So do you guys decorate out here during the season, or you only decorate when you have events?
No, we will decorate this season. We actually haven't had time.
Because you've been busy.
We've been really
opening up of the
busy.
buildings.
Yes.
And just being amazing. Period.
So this is, I love this. I come out here and work. And once we get it nice and ready for this
Event.
season, it will look much better out here. But I'm looking forward to hosting some courtyard things.
I think this is beautiful.
Yeah. So,
Do you have to worry about bugs? Nope. You guys cover the bird problem.
yeah.
Bugs probably don't
And I
come
sit
down
out here, like we have plugs and stuff for people to
That's
come out
it.
and work. Yeah. And it's like peaceful, like listen.
I know. You can hear the birds chirping. She loves it. She loves all things outside.
Me too.
honey.
I
get outside and I'll be like,
Oh, come and help
Where the
me do
birds go
this
be?
thing. Come on.
she definitely
I'm
will.
serious. I need help.
So what you do this by hand yourself?
So last year, we did have somebody come and pull all of this up.
Mm-hmm.
How they did it, I don't know. But what I would like to do is really bring it alive. Like,
Beautiful flower arrangement.
yeah, garden out here. Like, at least half of it can be a garden, and then the other half can be like really nice flowers.
Well, you know what you could do? You could get a person that deals with this and have them hold a class and let the class do it for free.
Smart.
You know?
That's why I only hang around smart people.
Period. So I'm going to ask you one question while we tour. I want you to tell the people, what do you think your biggest challenge has been as a Black woman entrepreneur in Baltimore City?
That's a really good question. I'll say this. I think the biggest challenge has been building community in Baltimore City as a Black woman. I really have a very extensive background in business. So the business side of things has never been a challenge. And I also think there's a lot of things that I've been able to overcome just in life. And so some things that people may deal with it just doesn't bother me, right?
Yeah.
But the community side of things and other Black women's organically and intentionally supporting each other and being a sounding board.
Yes.
I have really, really great friends and a really good support system. But there's so many women out here that are brilliant, that's doing great things. But unfortunately, I just feel like we've grown up into an environment where we don't unleash that together
We keep it all
intentionally,
secret. Yeah.
right? And without saying, well, I'm only going to give you this much to get you to a certain extent. No, your win is my win. And I'm such a selfless person and I have to protect myself from that. So I have thick boundaries. But I just think that community side has always been a challenge that I wish we could all overcome together.
What do you think that we could do to overcome that? Because that is a problem here in our city.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think that it has to be a culture shift, right? In other states that I visit frequently, I won't say where because I think everybody probably know, but anyway, there's a sisterhood type of thing, right? You look amazing today. And they actually mean it, right?
Yeah.
Or what is it that you do? Oh, we can work together. Let me connect
right
you with
there
this person.
Is a partnership.
Right then and there, right?
Yeah.
Because we understand there's enough economics to go around for everybody. And here's the thing. Let's just say you have a smoothie business, right? If I promote your smoothie, if we come together as a community and promote your smoothie business and patronize your smoothie business, you're going to be successful. Yeah. And we can do that over and over and over again, right?
I agree.
So I just think people think that you have to have millions and millions of dollars to be happy, to be successful. There's an amount of money, and it ain't millions and millions of dollars that I can live with on a yearly basis and be absolutely okay.
That's real talk.
And we gotta change our mindset about running to the money and not lifting our sister intentionally together.
Each one teach one.
Correct.
Yeah. I love it. Period. So, Dr. Lucas, with all of your amazingness, tell the people how to get in contact with you.
So you can follow the Cube at the Cube Cowork on Instagram. You can follow me at the Business Doctor, Business DR, not doctor spelled out. You can visit my website, TammiraLucas.com. And just stay connected to CubeCowork.com. Come and visit us. Monthly, we have events. We're about to turn up the events. We're about to have courtyard events. So come out and support. And most of our events are free.
And she is a Black woman-owned business that is removing barriers for other Black moms that are trying to be successful business women and entrepreneurs. So for that reason alone, come support this one.
Please, thank you.
Okay, well, you guys have met the amazing Dr. Lucas, who is also a professor. I didn't know this. this wasn't in the notes, who is also a professor at Coppin State, which she is also an alumni of. Our last guest, French Toast Connections. She's an alumni of Coppin State, and she bigs you guys up every chance she gets. Do you know who she is?
I don't.
Donvinia Jackson. She does French Toast Connections. She hosts she works all the big Coppin State events that you guys do.
Now I gotta find her.
Now you gotta find her. So thank you guys for listening to us on your Voices of the People podcast. We'll catch you next time. Bye. Okay. Thanks, kings and queens, for joining us on the Voices of the People podcast. Until the next time, peace.